Have you ever experienced the weight of persistent negative thoughts or emotions that seem to hover over you despite your best efforts? Are you constantly searching for ways to cleanse your mind and invite positive energy into your life? Imagine starting each day with a clear mind, freed from the burdens of negativity, and embracing a profound inner peace that radiates from your entire being. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to accumulate negative energy from stress, relationships, or even our own thoughts. But what if ancient teachings could help us purify our minds and nurture positive energy? This video delves into this possibility, drawing from the profound wisdom of Buddhism, a spiritual tradition renowned for its insights into the mind and consciousness. Throughout this exploration, we'll discover practical techniques and deep wisdom that can help you eliminate negative energy from your mind and foster a sense of clarity and tranquility. Whether you're new to these concepts or seeking to deepen your understanding, this video offers valuable insights and transformative advice that you can apply in your daily life. Join us as we explore the Buddhist perspective on energy, mindfulness practices, meditation techniques, and practical tips for maintaining a positive mindset. By the end, you'll have a toolkit of ancient wisdom and modern practices to support your journey toward inner peace and emotional well-being. So sit back, relax, and immerse yourself in Buddhist wisdom as we embark on a journey to cleanse your mind of negative energy and invite positivity into your life. Together, let's spread these valuable teachings everywhere. Your participation not only supports our channel, but also helps share positivity and wisdom with others who might benefit from these insights. Introduction to Buddhist teachings. Throughout this series, we'll break down complex concepts into practical steps that anyone can follow, making these ancient teachings relevant and practical for modern life. Whether you're facing challenges in your personal life, relationships, or career, the insights shared here can help you navigate and transcend negativity. By the end of this video, you'll understand how negative energy impacts us and how Buddhist principles can guide us to purify our minds and foster positive energy. These teachings aren't just philosophical ideas, but practical tools that can be incorporated into your daily routine to enhance emotional resilience and mental clarity. Imagine starting each day with a clear mind and open heart, ready to embrace the opportunities life offers. This journey isn't about achieving perfection, but about creating a mindset that supports your well-being and happiness. As we progress, we encourage you to reflect on your own experiences and how these teachings resonate with you. Your personal insights and discoveries are crucial for your growth and transformation, so let's embark on this journey together, exploring ancient wisdom, practicing mindfulness, and embracing the power of positive energy. By understanding and applying these principles, you can cultivate a sense of inner peace and well-being that extends to all aspects of your life. Together, let's delve into Buddhist teachings and discover the keys to eliminating negative energy from your mind. The power of inner speech, practicing right speech with ourselves. Words carry immense power, not just those we share with others, but also those we speak to ourselves in the silence of our minds. For many, the most frequent and damaging speech isn't external at all, it's internal. The voice that criticizes, doubts, judges, or replays painful memories becomes a constant companion, shaping our perception of who we are and how we live. These intrusive and negative thoughts often arise uninvited, taking root in moments of vulnerability. They may whisper that we're not good enough, that we'll fail, or that we're unlovable. Left unchecked, they become the background noise of our lives, quietly dictating our mood, our confidence, and even our relationships. But what if we approach these thoughts with the same care and intention that right speech invites us to use in our conversations with others? In Buddhism, right speech is not just about what we say out loud, it's about cultivating truthfulness, kindness, and mindfulness in all communication. And that includes how we speak to ourselves. If we pause and reflect before we speak to others, shouldn't we do the same before believing every thought we think? Many of our negative inner dialogues are echoes of past pain, criticism, or fear. They are not truths, they are habits. And like any habit, they can be transformed. Practicing right inner speech begins with awareness. Notice the tone you use when speaking to yourself. Is it harsh, demanding, or fearful? Would you speak to a loved one in the same way? Instead of trying to fight or suppress intrusive thoughts, we can meet them with gentle curiosity. Is this thought true? Is it kind? Is it helpful? These simple questions can begin to unravel the hold that negative self-talk has on us. With mindfulness, we don't need to accept every thought as reality. We can observe it, question it, and choose not to act from it. When we begin to shift our inner speech from criticism to compassion, we change not only how we feel, but how we show up in the world. The kinder our inner world becomes, the more space we have to extend kindness outward. We become more patient, more empathetic, and more resilient, not because we've silenced the negative thoughts forever, but because we've learned how to respond to them skillfully. Right speech isn't just about avoiding lies or gossip. It's about aligning our communication, both inner and outer, with our deepest values: truth, love, and non-harming. That means speaking gently, not only to friends and strangers, but to the frightened, critical parts of ourselves. Imagine the transformation if we each treated our minds as sacred space, where words are chosen with care, where thoughts are met with presence, and where silence is sometimes the most compassionate response. Imagine waking each day and offering yourself words of encouragement, forgiveness, or understanding. This too is practice. This too is liberation. In a world saturated with noise, outside and inside, right inner, speech becomes a form of self-care, a quiet rebellion against the tide of self-judgment and shame. And like any Buddhist path, it's not about perfection, but intention. It's about returning, again and again, to a place of awareness, kindness, and truth. So next time a storm of negative thoughts arises, pause, breathe. Listen not just to the words, but to the tone behind them. And gently, word by word, begin to change the conversation. You deserve to speak to yourself as you would to someone you love. You deserve your own compassion. If this message resonates with you, and you're seeking more moments of peace and insight, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for daily reflections rooted in ancient wisdom and modern clarity. Simple Buddhist practices to purify the mind from negative thoughts. Intrusive thoughts. These thoughts can feel like mental noise, doubts, self-criticism, worry, or anger that just won't go away. But Buddhism offers gentle, everyday practices that help us clear this mental fog and come back to peace. These practices aren't just rituals, they are small moments of intention and awareness, ways to reconnect with our deeper self and let go of what weighs us down. First, bow as a reset. A simple bow can be more than just a gesture. It's a quiet act of humility. You don't need a temple or statue. Just bowing your head with intention, perhaps before a meal or meditation, can help you pause and let go of pride. It gently says, "I'm ready to begin again." Second, repeat a calming phrase. When your mind feels overwhelmed by judgment or worry, repeating a peaceful mantra or phrase helps redirect your focus. You might say, "Let this thought pass." "May I be calm. This too shall fade." The rhythm of your voice, even if whispered, soothes the mind and reminds you, not every thought needs your attention. Third, make a small offering. You can light a candle, place a flower, or simply sit in silent gratitude. It's not about material things, it's about the intention. This quiet act helps you remember that you're not stuck in negativity. You are capable of kindness and release. Fourth, walk with awareness. Even a slow walk around your room can help. Clear mental tension. Focus on your feet touching the ground and your breath moving gently. If thoughts come, just notice them and return to your steps. Let the body guide the mind back to peace. Fifth, eat mindfully. Before eating, take a breath. Look at your food. Smell it. Appreciate it. When we eat slowly and with awareness, we calm the rush of thoughts and return to presence. Eating becomes not just nourishment for the body, but a quiet anchor for the mind. Sixth, cleanse with water. A mindful shower or even washing your hands slowly can be a simple purification ritual. As water touches your skin, Imagine it washing away tension, fear, or intrusive thoughts. Say quietly, "I release what no longer serves me." Seventh, embrace silent moments. You don't need to speak or act, just sit still. Close your eyes. Feel your breath. Watch your thoughts pass by like clouds. Silence isn't emptiness. It's a space where your mind can soften and healing can begin. Eighth, practice small acts of kindness. When you feel stuck in your own thoughts, doing something for someone else, a smile, a kind word, helping out, can shift your energy. Compassion for others reminds you that you're not alone and opens the heart. Ninth, end with gratitude. At night, think of one or two small things that went well, or something that made you smile. Gratitude clears the mind of heaviness and gently reminds you, even on hard days, light still exists. These small actions don't erase all intrusive thoughts overnight, but they slowly create space. Space between you and the thought, space for peace to grow. Over time, your mind becomes less like a storm and more like a calm sky. Right now, you don't need to fix your thoughts, you just need to meet them with kindness. One breath, one practice at a time. Simple ways to enrich your spiritual practice. Spiritual practice doesn't have to be complicated. Often, it's the small rituals we repeat each day that create the deepest sense of connection and peace. By bringing mindfulness into everyday actions, we can turn ordinary moments into sacred ones. First, chant or recite with intention. Chanting a phrase, prayer, or mantra each day, morning or night, creates a peaceful rhythm. These words become anchors for your attention, helping to calm your mind and remind you of your values. Even just a few minutes of repetition can ground you in presence. Second, create a small sacred space at home. You don't need much, maybe a candle, a flower, or an image that inspires you. This little corner becomes your reminder. Come back to stillness. It's a place for reflection, prayer, or simply breathing quietly for a few moments each day. Third, acknowledge and release what weighs you down. Mistakes and regrets are part of being human. Taking a moment to admit where you've caused harm, whether through words, actions, or even thoughts, and quietly promising to do better, helps clear your heart. This simple act of reflection renews your spiritual energy. Fourth, honor your ancestors or loved ones who have passed. Lighting a candle, saying a prayer, or sharing their stories keeps their memory alive. It reminds you that you're never alone. You are part of something bigger, a lineage of love, effort, and connection. This practice builds gratitude and deepens your compassion. Fifth, give thanks before meals or at the start and end of the day. You might whisper, "Thank you for this food," or "I'm grateful for this moment." These simple words shift your focus from what's missing to what's already here. Gratitude softens the heart and makes space for joy. Sixth, celebrate nature's rhythms and life's milestones. Notice the changing seasons. Honor your birthdays, new beginnings, or transitions with small rituals, lighting a candle, writing a wish, or just pausing in silence. These acts connect you with the natural flow of life and remind you to move with grace and acceptance. In the end, spiritual practice isn't about perfection, it's about presence. Each simple ritual is a step closer to the heart. Through gentle repetition, you create a life that feels sacred, rooted, and full of meaning. Even the smallest gesture, done with awareness, can nourish your soul. You don't need a special place or time. You just need to begin, gently, sincerely, today. Living in harmony with nature, simple steps to attract positive energy. Our lives move fast. Screens, schedules, and stress often pull us away from something deeply important, our connection with nature. But the truth is, when we align with the natural world, we not only calm the mind, we welcome more peace, balance, and positive energy into our lives. Here are simple, mindful ways to return to that harmony. First, notice the beauty around you. Whether it's the sound of birds in the morning, the sunlight coming through your window, or a breeze brushing your face, these quiet moments bring us back to the present. Nature is always speaking to us. We just need to listen. Second, spend time outdoors, no matter how small. You don't need a forest. A short walk in the park, sitting by a tree, or even tending to a balcony plant helps ground your energy. Being in nature restores your spirit and clears your mind, making space for more joy and calm. Third, learn from the lessons of nature. Trees bend but don't break in storms. Flowers bloom again, even after the coldest winters. Rivers keep flowing around rocks. These natural patterns remind us to be patient with change and gentle with ourselves. Like nature, we are always growing. Fourth, bring mindfulness into your time outside. Watch a leaf fall. Feel the ground beneath your feet. Listen to the rustling of wind or the splash of rain. These small moments are meditations. They anchor you in the now and help wash away stress and negative thoughts. Fifth, care for something living. Tend to a garden, water a houseplant, or feed the birds. These small acts build connection. They remind us that we are not separate from nature. We are part of it. When we care for life, life cares for us in return. Sixth, remember the bigger picture. When you look at the stars, the ocean, or even the branches of an old tree, you feel something bigger than yourself. These moments remind us that we belong to the earth, to the sky, to all living things. This deepens gratitude and helps soften our inner noise. Seventh, live with respect for the planet. Reduce waste, reuse what you can, and choose kindness toward animals and nature. These small decisions matter. Buddhist teachings remind us that everything is connected. When we honor the earth, we honor ourselves. In the end, nature is not just something outside of us, it's part of who we are. Every tree, every breeze, every sunrise is an invitation to return to balance. So take a breath. Step outside. Listen. The earth is always waiting to welcome you back. Healing the mind through nature. Finding calm in the natural world. When the mind feels crowded with intrusive or negative thoughts, it can be hard to find stillness. These thoughts often come without warning, repeating fears, doubts, or self-criticism that seem impossible to quiet. But one of the most powerful and accessible ways to bring peace back into our lives is through reconnecting with nature. Simply spending time outdoors can have a calming effect on the mind. The fresh air, the movement of trees, the sound of birds, the feeling of sunlight. These natural elements speak to something deep within us. They remind us that we are part of a much bigger, more grounded reality than the one created by our racing thoughts. Nature draws our attention outward, gently breaking the cycle of mental rumination and giving us space to breathe. Nature also awakens our imagination. Many artists, poets, and thinkers have found healing and inspiration simply by observing the natural world. A walk through a quiet park or gazing at a flower's delicate shape can shift the mind from worry to wonder. This shift doesn't force thoughts away. It softly replaces them with something more meaningful, more alive. Being in nature can also create a sense of belonging and connection. Whether you're walking with a friend, helping in a community garden, or joining others in caring for a shared green space, these moments remind you that you're not alone. Human connection in a natural setting becomes a healing force, showing us that our thoughts are just one part of a much larger and more beautiful experience. Simple acts of environmental care can also ease mental restlessness. Reducing waste, being mindful with water, or choosing sustainable habits may seem small, but they create a quiet sense of purpose. These actions remind us that we do have control over something, that we can make a positive impact, starting right where we are. Bringing nature into your daily life doesn't require grand adventures. Just watering a houseplant, watching clouds pass, or stepping outside to listen to the wind can create moments of presence. In those moments, the mind has room to settle. Intrusive thoughts lose their grip when we focus on what's real, tangible, and quietly alive around us. Nature also teaches us important lessons about acceptance and letting go. Trees don't fight the changing seasons. They shed what's no longer needed. Rivers don't resist obstacles. They flow around them. These quiet examples offer a new way of relating to our own minds. Instead of fighting with every thought, we can learn to observe, allow, and move with more ease. Living in harmony with the earth, even in small ways, helps restore balance inside ourselves. As we align our actions with care for the planet, we begin to care more deeply for our own mental and emotional well-being. Nature doesn't demand perfection. It just invites us to slow down, to notice, and to come home to the present moment. The more time we spend with nature, the more we remember. Peace is always near, not in the absence of thought, but in the space between them. And that space is waiting for us just outside the door. Carrying the light forward. As you pause and reflect, notice how each small practice, each mindful breath, kind gesture, or moment in nature has quietly laid the foundation for a more peaceful and intentional life. These habits are more than just routines. They are seeds of transformation, nurturing positive energy and guiding you toward deeper emotional clarity and well-being. This journey is not a destination, but a living process, one of reflection, discovery, and growth. Some days will feel light and clear, others more difficult. But in each moment, you have the opportunity to return to compassion, to presence, to your truest self. Let what you've learned continue to unfold in your daily life. Let mindfulness become a gentle companion, compassion a daily choice, and your words a source of healing. Celebrate your progress, however small it may seem, and welcome challenges as invitations to grow. Trust that the ancient wisdom behind these practices will continue to support you. You are not alone in this journey. With each act of awareness, you ripple peace outward, into your home, your relationships, your community, and beyond. Thank you for walking this path with us. Together, we weave a more compassionate world, one breath, one word, one moment at a time. Keep walking gently. Keep sharing your light. The world needs it now more than ever.